Swami Vishnu-devananda's New Year's Eve message, 1988-89, filmed at the New York Ranch.
Om Shanti 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 Om Peace Peace Peace.
Bolo Satguru Sivananda Maharaj ki
Jai.
Swami Vishnu-devananda Maharaj ki
Jai.
For all the cooks ki
Jai.
Varamati ki
Jai.
Pray for the people. That's for the decorators, okay? How do we let them? Yeah, keep it over, maybe over the back. Ready? You have it?
Middle.
You have it?
Beginning was good because I came and I came on purpose like 10 minutes earlier so that I could be there while she was there for get it started. Not like this.
You look hungry. Shows me the sign and drive around the lot. Get my drive at 20 here and down right in the show.
Have to make sure also get a plate for you, huh?
Yeah, my daughters took both my daughters, they both took TPC in 78. And actually when I was taking TPC, I didn't know my daughter was pregnant. I took TPC in the fall and before the end of the TPC, a phone call. By the way, just let me know what I'll do. Sure.
ضل لي هيدا شوي على جنب.
انا بديش صوت.
Happy birthday to me. And happy New Year for me. And happy holiday for me. And happy life for me. Not for you. Everything for me. Welcome to our New Year function. I celebrated our 28th or 29th Christmas and New Year here in this origin. Only 1 year I missed it when I went to Gangotri. I was in seclusion in my cave in the Gangotri. That's all snow peak, snowbound. That's the only year I missed the Christmas and New Year. That was always I was here for every year. Laurentian became my Himalayas. All the features of the Himalayas are there here. The trees, Himalayan trees, Himalayan shrubs. Even one flower which they used up in the Himalayas, about 12,000 feet above, a white flower, small tiny white flower, which only I saw in the Laurentians, no other place I have seen except the Himalayas. It is there, it's used in the worship. Somewhere you can see that, a tiny white flower. You know what it is? I don't know the name in English. So, the Laurentian is almost like Himalayas. And especially these areas where we built this, most of the yoga centers, yoga ashrams and yoga, my Samadhi Estates, etc. was virgin lands, virgin forest. There was nobody there when I came here. All this was nothing but forest. So we cleared these lands and made all this. So it is only our atmosphere here. No one came here to pollute the atmosphere. Since about 30 years, we purified this place. So it is not a place. The older the place, its spiritual value goes up, because people come, meditate, chant, repeat God's name. 30 years in soil started here about 1968, I think. 58, 59, I think. 68, I think. So it is about 28 years of spiritual vibration is literally established. Vibrations. Everything vibrates in this universe. Nothing exists in this universe without motion, without vibration. And anything vibrates must spend energy. That's the law. So everything in this universe vibrates. Some sense very positive vibration, very beneficial. Some not so beneficial. And some are outright negative vibration for you, but for some other animals and creatures may thrive in that negative vibration. For them, that's positive vibration. You just go into some place, you can feel it, the vibration. You don't have to be a great yogi or psychic to know that. Everyone has got their ability. This inherent nature. It's like anyone touches a hot stove knows it is cold. Is it? When you touch a hot stove, you feel a cold, is it not? Is it? Is it true? So when you touch a hot stove, Srinivasan says it's very cold. So he goes on holding. What happens? There's no hands. So the feeling of that heat coming from a hot surface is universal. It's not just for Indians only, or from South Americans only, or North Americans only, or Christians only, or Catholics, or Protestants, or Jews. It doesn't care. Everyone can feel that warmth or heat. Same thing, cold. The snow is very warm, is it not? Some people bury themselves on the snow.
After the sauna,
Yeah?
After the sauna.
So, well, the snow is much warmer than water. Do you know that? But you better stay in a cold water for 2 minutes and try it under the snow, cold snow 2 minutes. Which one you feel more cold? Huh? Water, that's it, wet. So here the Laurentian, it's cold, but it is not wet cold. Do you know that? It's a dry cold. But in New York, now it is about minus 10 degrees, minus 15 degrees here. You just go to New York, that area, even just get about plus 10 degrees, you feel very cold. In Nassau, do you know that 70 degrees, 60 degrees, you come, cold. When you touch the people in Nassau, Bahamas or South Indians, that is minus 20 degrees. What, minus 20? How can people survive? And they never seen snow in their life. Do you know that? I never seen snow or ice until I went to Maras when I was 17, 18. We South Indians will worry about, my God, people say Canadians live in cold. They wear mink coats or fur coats and the heavy shoes. We only wear barefoot. I used to walk 110 degrees and hot with a barefoot. That makes no difference. But when you hear about cold, we tremble. Even now I tremble when I see when I had to go to India, the hot climate. My body will collapse. But 30 years of this cold climate, this wonderful cold, it keeps my brain warm. Heat makes brain very, very dull. Do you know that? Heat will not make your brain function at all. You see, all hot climate people, they go to midday, what they do. Fiesta. You can see South Americans, Mexicans, because fiesta. Because the heat will not allow you to function brain. Brain becomes very, very dull. But cold always invigorates. You know? That's why people go to meditate in the Himalayas, not in the warm climate. Warm climate you cannot meditate also. Cold climate the brain becomes very, very active and powerful. So the snow radiates energy, mountain radiates energy, as I mentioned. Everything radiates, vibrates, radiates. Anything vibrates must radiate. Stones radiates. But different stones, some people want radiation in a different way. So they wear diamonds, rubies. Some people, if we use a kind of gem like ruby or one of the gems, it will be glue into them. Do you know? Many families, royal families, are destroyed by using wrong jewels on their crown or on their necklace. They are destroyed by that energy. In Kashmir, Maharaja, they never wear a particular type of gem. And recently they found out, about a year or two ago, several boxes of things hidden in the palace. And only a custodian, no one knows got the key, but they kept it there. And they recently, about 2 years ago, they opened, they found several millions and millions and millions of diamonds and rubies and very valuable gems. And unbelievable, it's a treasure house. And most of the things they stored there, they say, astrologers, the dynasty that was destroyed by that particular gem, that's why it was stored there. The kings will not touch them, but they are afraid they will. In fact, they destroyed their whole time. But it's about 100 years, 150 years old, still there. But no, the royal family will never go near touch it. Valuable, but not for them. For them, it is very dangerous. So yes, there's a positive radiation, negative radiation. Human wear diamonds and rubies. Yogis wear. Huh? No. Rosaries. Rosaries radiate, but it's not like a diamond or ruby. That radiation is rajasi. But the radiation coming from a Tulasi mala or Shiva Bhakta, they use the Rudraksha mala. Because Rudraksha with Tulasi mala and with Tulasi. See, Rudraksha is also grown in a special place in the Himalayas. There's a bigger, you see, small one. Small one is more valuable than the big ones. There are 5 phases Rudraksha, 6 phases Rudraksha is very rare. I think 6 or 7 phases is very rare. And if you can get one, unbelievable power. So anyhow, this is called Rudraksha. Shiva Bhaktas generally use this for using rotation of rosary. So each mantra they repeat Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. In this way, they repeat. Generally, don't show the malas, they hide it. And Vishnu Bhaktas or Krishna Bhaktas they use Tulasi Mala, that is vibration. They are more suitable to them, their mantra. So they use Tulasi Mala to suit that vibration. And Devi Bhaktas, Shakti, Upasakas of Devi, Shakti, Mother. And they use Spadiyam Mala. Spadiyam is crystal, which mostly natural crystal, not the artificial crystals. Natural crystals, somehow they get it from the river banks and so forth, thousands of years ago, formed a long time ago. So it's very costly, very difficult to get pure crystal mala, very costly. And it is also shining. And the Shakta Bhaktas use that for meditation, because their vibration shoot to that mantra, like Durga Devi, etc. So you see, that mala radiates also just like diamonds. Kings and queens want the diamonds and rubies. But yogis, the symbol, Tulsi Mala is very cheap. It's only cost about a penny. Well, but its power is more than they can imagine of if they know how to use that energy and tune to your body, just like that diamond ruby to various types of rings you are wearing to tune to your system. So also you use these malas to tune the vibration of your system to a particular mantra. The mantra, the chanting of the syllable, the rotation of the rosary, and the body vibration, everything vibrate, then become all unified. Tuning took place, just like Amba Mataji says she tuned the veena. The strings are tuned. So yes, if I tune, you will all run away. It is a wonder for me. What these people are doing? Small camera player there. They just a small hammer they use. And I try to hear, but I don't make any sense. I'm deaf in that way, you see. That type of vibration I can't. When you fly, if those days there are small planes like the plane I'm having, this pyramid which I used to fly, we had to tune the two engines, you know. We had to synchronize the RPM, both engines, so that it will fly smoothly. So about 20,000, 2,000 RPM we had to fly to that throttle, you know. And I had learned that art because though you can see through instrument 2,000 RPM, but still it's not synchronized properly. You can hear from the right engine from the left engine the difference of the rotation. Then little bit adjust more to left engine, just like the tuning, you know. And then you find it's too high up. So this way we synchronize the sound of the RPM, not merely instrument alone. It's very subtle, and then you can feel it comfortably. Once the tune properly both engines, you know, it will fly unless the weather is very bad. It will fly very naturally, you know, the RPM is correctly. So the tuning takes place. So you smile out. We decorated all these. Just paper. Well, why did you waste that money for that? Lakshmi brought all this? Huh? Okay, so Lakshmi gave the money, isn't it? She didn't give the money. She gave only check or a paper. Both of the check is a paper. Money was a paper. draft also is paper, it's just paper. And that is paper they will not hang here. Sometime in India, you know, I'm very happy if I have $100 no. I'll be a rich man, is it not? Yes, India, people come to garlands, Gurudev, Sivananda. Some bring flowers, some bring Tulasi Mala, very cheap flowers, some big flowers and rose mother. And others bring gold chain and put a robber, put on him. And others, they make a garland of money, you know, rupees. They make garland out of that. And then they, what is it? I don't mind that, I protect it. Anyone has brought any dollar. I'm just inviting, you know, if you didn't bring forgotten, please next time bring some. Madarasa, don't forget next time, okay? But the flower radiates, special flowers at Christmas time. What do you call this? Poinsettia. And Christmas trees. In India, our Ashram, Trivandrum Ashram, they told me they celebrated the several students in the West. So they had a Christmas party also there. And they don't have Christmas tree in South India. So they got a small coconut plant and made a coconut
A true coconut Christmas tree.
True coconut Christmas tree they had. Anyhow, there are also certain, they make a round glass in front of the Christmas, what is it? And but what they use a holy? Holly. Holly or holly, whatever it is. So Tulasi plant, that is, I got one in my house. There's not grown in the West anywhere, and I just got this one. I think what Vishnu brought last. Which Vishnu you brought that? Someone. Huh?
Bunlar actually Shanti songs.
Shanti. Shanti here? Shanti here? Shanti here? Where? Anyhow, that is very. Tulasi is one of the best for Lord Krishna when you worship of Vishnu. You offer the Tulasi leaves. It also medicinal property in Egypt. You can make it decoction tea out of it. It is holy plant, really, just like you use it Christmas. Bilwa is another holy. That's not a small plant. That's a big tree. That's the leaves are just like a leaves inside the big, and that's used for Shiva worship. So even worship of a mantra, different flowers are used. Indians are very scientific in many ways, though people don't understand that. That Tulasi, the tune the mantra and the vibration of the form, particular deity Krishna, is tuned together. It's like you tune your body or tune that thing. So Shiva is more easily tuned with the Bilwa. And Saraswati, we use white flowers mostly. Generally, white flowers are used. White lotus or any white flowers, more easy to tune. Saraswati, the goddess of learning. Lakshmi, we use lotus, not white. White also you use, but mostly lotus are orange or red lotus. And Tulasi is because of Shakti aspect of Vishnu. So these are the things we use. For Kali or Durga, we use very red flower, like the hibiscus. Very beautiful for worshipping baby. So each color, each flower, that's the whole purpose. It's got a vibration, radiates, and when you use that thing, the right thing, the right way, right method, it will purify your body and mind. So coming to these mountains also is purity. Himalayas we go for meditation because it vibrates not only from the natural psychic vibration of the Himalayas, Ganges, all vibrate, but thousands and thousands of years, yogis, rishis, many rishis meditated in that atmosphere of the Himalayas. And it is written in the Bhagavatam, at the end of this Kali age, Iron Age, the Satya Yuga will start, the Golden Age. Doesn't matter when it starts, that's not important. But when it starts, there will be a new type of civilization will start. Just like as we have stored certain seeds, like bulbs, tulip bulbs and many other bulbs is stored in the inside house or under the ground also. But many of the bulbs in my house, from Kartiya, is stored in the, and then spring is planted. Of course, now some of the things are planted now because it's inside there's a greenhouse, so plant some more bulbs now. But these bulbs, just like the seeds stored in warm climate, like marigold flower seeds and many other flowers which you can't put it outside. You have to store it inside, and then spring or summer you plant it outside. And the same way in the many great souls, the pure race was there. Not only the pure race of the Swastika, the Hitler's pure race, that's not pure race. That's only blue eyes and blonde hair. That is not. It is a blue eye and blonde hair is not. That souls have reached a very great maturity, and highly advanced kings from the dynasty of the Krishna, Rama, the Yadava dynasties, Rama dynasty, we call it, they belong to the Chandra dynasty, Surya dynasty. There are two types of Chandra means moon, sun means real, so not S-O-N, Surya. So one of the dynasty is sun, another dynasty is the moon. Like Ramchandra is born on which dynasty? Swama dynasty. No, Swama dynasty. Chandra. And the last kings before that Kali Yuga started, many of these great pure souls and their dynasties, also sages, great sages, munis, they have been taken away from, because they don't want to pollute the race, the future. As Kali Yuga comes, there will be complete confusion of all races. There is no pure things you can find anymore in anything. And so, for the new age to come up, these higher souls are still there in the Himalayas, called Kapala Grama. I don't know where, no one knows where it is. Even if someone knows the place where it is, there are great rishis and munis from the higher pure race, pure state, very highly evolved. So also rishis and munis, so all the kings where I mentioned pure race, rishis, munis. So a complete stock of the higher dynasty, higher race exists, and they are just waiting only. They will not reveal themselves now, nor they will not mingle with ordinary human beings. So that in the pure race, because our brain became very damaged now because of intermingling, Kali Yuga age had come, our senses become dull, our intellect become dull, and hormones become dull. In fact, everything is dull, confused. That's why we get cancer, AIDS, and the innumerable diseases, new diseases which you never even heard before, all start coming like AIDS and the legionnaires diseases, and the innumerable diseases are coming up, cancers and various types of cancers. Because in that race, those days, that race was so clean, and nothing happens to their body, and so they don't want to mix now and pollute the future seeds. So they're waiting for this Kali Yuga Iron Age to pass on, because this is worst age we are living. And still only the 1/4 of the Kali Yuga, still we have to go 3/4. And by reaching half and 3/4, and now next, even by reaching 21st century, if we continue to decline, you can imagine the pollution to the human mind and human brain and human species, including the genetics, the genes of the human beings are very polluted, and because they take drugs, alcohol, meat, this all pollute the genes, and the genes have been completely changed in all human race now. You don't find the pure genes anywhere. The pure genes means I'm not talking in a state of the material thing. Genes means where there's no defect in the genes. Many of the genes are mutations. That means mutations, there's a create cancer and so forth, heart trouble, many hereditary diseases coming up, though you are not born of that particular problem, because hereditary also will bring genes, because gene pollution. And even recently they was saying about alcoholic parents, though their children are non-alcoholic, they are definitely, or at least they are subjected to alcohol, the same disease what their parents have, though they don't drink. So it is a disease. So this is all the mutation created by the alteration of the genes, like food, drink, atmosphere, even thoughts. Thought changes genes. People think only about sex and this and that, and the thought is only in that condition. So in that type of vibration, the genes will alter. So in the Kali Yuga, so we move to those forests like Laurentians or Himalayas or any mountain areas where pollution is very not so bad. Both pollution created by the mind for pollution, and the pollution created by the vibration of the objects, which also emits, like the rocks and so forth. As these rocks and these mountains are formed during the last ice age, and especially North America is very clean. Because of that, no one came before. Only for the last 200-300 years only this started civilization here. But in other parts of the world, like the Himalayas, thousands of years civilization existed. But here the origin is only about the last stage only. Only even ice cleared all this forest, most of the forest here. There was nobody came here before. It was completely virgin and isolated this area, and very difficult to come in the winter. Suppose there's only one small dead dirt road was there. On the dirt road, and that is very never the clear snow, because the village itself was very small. What village means there's nothing less than one shop and about 2 or 3 houses here scattered. And then we came first time here. At that time nobody was here nearby, not even neighbors. So the atmosphere is much cleaner here because no one is polluted much. And then, so what I'm trying to tell you all, we came to celebrate the New Year in an atmosphere filled with vibration, because since the beginning of this yoga camp we are chanting, this is the only place. New Year we never have New Year party, no drinking, no camp, no eating meat, no turkey killing, no chicken killing, no human killing, no pot killing. So this place was from the very beginning very clean. We came there to celebrate. Means to tune your body to the positive vibration generated by the people who came here. Thousands of people came here since about 30 years. And they left their residue, the powerful mental thought power they left here. That's not God. Like in a record, a computer or a tape recorder, it recorded, it's there. So in the Akashic record, they all put their impressions, so they are not, many of them not physically existing, and many of them went other places and to negative places, but when they came here they were positive. So they left their positive and they went on to join with the negative vibration. Like Vaikuntha, not Vaikuntha, Nilakanta there? Nilakanta here. He was just created some of the plumbing here and made all the things beautiful. And then he had so much sattva, he's tired of the sattva, he wants a little bit rajas. So he went to Washington DC, the capital, because capital of America. He wanted to get vibration of the presidents. Congressmen, senators, Nixon, So anyhow, first of all, you all came the right way. Secondly, the talk, we are not talking about New Year or Old Year. We are reminding time is only a mental conception, there is no time. Others think, oh yes, I am going to celebrate, because yesterday in one of the news reels, they asked several people, what are they going to do for the New Year celebration? And one said, I am going to drink champagne and forget the world. Other said, I am going to eat turkey dinner and with my family, and I am just going to fly. And they said, I am not going to do anything. I am going to just sit down and different people. And they said, I am going to watch television for the New Year. That's how he is going to celebrate. And I asked one Madhavan how he is going to celebrate. He said, I am going to celebrate by eating lots of Italian pizza. And peanut also, peanut butter, Italian pizza, spaghetti, and all those things. I asked Madam Gopalakrishna how he is going to celebrate. He said, oh, so I am going to eat all the ice creams of the 108 flavors. There are 108 beads in the month. So I said 108 flavors he is going to eat. He said, I made up all those stories. But we are going to celebrate no champagne, no drinking, no alcohol, no negative thoughts. In fact, we are not even going to celebrate. Because this, my talk is celebration. Who says this is called celebrating? Celebration means hug and kiss and jump and dance and music and what is going on? All just sitting there like an Swami. The big Swami is sitting here and talking. Other Swamis also. Ordinary people think definitely these people are crazy. Instead of just celebrating with all the things and getting in the big cars and driving through the New Year party with blowing up all this business and so forth and just drinking and driving. That's most beautiful thing, champagne bottle one and drinking. They announced already about 400 people are going to die on this holiday. Maybe you are not one because you are not driving. And then you are not only driving, even if you are driving, you are not drinking and driving. That both are very good. If you're drinking and driving, it will make you really, Samadhi will come instantly. You will reach Vaikuntha, means the heaven, very fast. You don't have to go through all this process of meditation, asana, yama, nema, asana, pranama, pratyahara. This is all very long road, what we teach. But the drinking and driving, you reach very, very fast. So if you are in a hurry to reach Samadhi, in Nassau airport, when you come airport to our yoga retreat or to the town from airport, Nassau, Bahamas, there's one sign there. That's on the cemetery because one road is the main road is it's coming from the airport is one cemetery on one side, cemetery, and there's one sign there. Drive carefully. We can wait for. It's advertisement by the cemetery people, Drive carefully and we'll wait. We can wait. They're not in a hurry. But many people are in a hurry. That's why they, especially on holiday, they smoke 200 packets of cigarettes and drink about a barrel of champagne and 3 barrels of wine and 5,000 pounds of turkey and 2 elephants and 5 horses. They're so eager to reach the Samadhi. But we are not even hurrying up to reach the New Year. Almost the New Year is coming from what's the time? Oh, still we got 45 minutes. We are not in a hurry. Hurry? Because we are not really in a hurry to celebrate, because there's nothing to celebrate. When the midnight comes, what are you going to celebrate? No drinking, no party, except my talk. That's not going to make you very, very happy. But the talk we are going to do is, man, Don't be fooled by this idea. New Year is coming or old year is gone. And don't think that you are going to take resolves only for this new year, which only going to last for a moment, and you are going to forget afterwards. That's not. Well, we can celebrate the new year. This celebration is just like you go to watch a magician. You heard a big magician is coming to the town and he's going to perform. So you take your children and yourself, you buy tickets to go and see the magic. One of the magic is going to bring a rabbit out of the hat, and he's going to cut a box with a woman and then split the woman into two halves and going to put it together. But even before you left your home, you bought the ticket, you know that magician is not so powerful to cut a woman in and put it back together. It's not possible. Now he is able to create a rabbit out of his cat. Now he is going to create some, from nowhere, he creates some objects. Because you all know that scientifically, you are not unscientific people, or at least uneducated people. Matter cannot be created, so matter cannot be destroyed also, or just make it disappear. So another man comes up and throws a rope climbs up, and just stay on the ceiling, just try not touching the ceiling, but up to the ceiling. And then a boy comes and climbs a rope, and the magician just take a sword and follow the child, and then cut the child in the air, and the child falls down, and you all applaud. Of course, you know that it's a murder to do that, is it not? And the magician will be sent to prison for killing that boy. But you saw it, but you know that there's no real killing took place. But a real killing took place in Japan. One of the big movie, they're filming some movie. They're having a samurai sword. They're using a fake sword for that particular act. But especially the man who took that, he did not take the fake sword to cut the man, it a real sword. And the other man was cut. He was like unconscious, almost dying or whatever. But anyhow, so real sword, though it appears to be real sword for you, but they use a fake sword. You know that when they cut that man's neck, they did not use a real sword. Yet you went to see this play. Though it is an illusion, you went to see this illusion, and not only you went to see, you paid for it, and you also applauded. Yet it is a fake. So also, we celebrate like that. You came. I was acting as a Swami, and you are acting as students, and we all play this part and enjoy a little bit. Without drinking champagne, drink fresh cold water. If you didn't have cold water, just melt some ice down. You can play. So there's no harm. But don't forget, that's all play. It is not real. But ordinary people, when they go for a party, they see the champagne, the dresses and the mink coats and the Channel 5 and Channel 6 and all those things. It's all real. That's all the difference between us and ordinary people. We do that. It is just like going to seeing a movie show or a magician show. Enjoy it, but do not forget the reality. Reality is that I am Brahman, I am Brahmasmi, and this illusion Shakti. We have to use the Shakti. Use it as much as you want. Decorate with the papers. And if you didn't find papers, in India, because this is all very costly, this type of papers. So people, what they do, they decorate with the leaves. They take some banana leaves and then just make it a string, and still, if you are a little better, you can get coconut. There is certain kind of tender coconut leaves. You can take it and make various types of things. Festoons they make out of that. So many ways. And decoration, they cannot get flowers. They may not have this type of flowers. So they cut that coconut from that which will come coconut out of it. In the beginning, it is like a bud, the whole, and you cut that and then it became very beautiful, like a stream of things. It was very beautiful. So many ways. So people celebrate in different places, and some other places they celebrate by hanging fish. In other places they celebrate by hanging what do you call the onions, white onion, what is that? Garlic. They hang garlic all around, and then they also in between certain meat also hanging. So anyhow, each person has got their own. So the vibration they want is meat and garlic. Others want flowers, and others want sattvic. It is neither sattvic nor rajasic. It is just neutral because it is not a meat or dead. It's neutral. That's all right. And if you have more money, then you can get some flowers and hang it up. So positive vibration will come. If you cannot get all over flowers, then you put flowers here and give to your friend some flowers. So we can play these, but doesn't matter what you play. Do not forget that this all just illusion. There is no reality. Neither old year exists nor new year exists. But what is existing is constant change. Constant change. The new year come means old year come, new year come. It's not a new year. It is much older than anyone before. Last year when you celebrated New Year, and this year you are going to celebrate again New Year. Fresh New Year means you are 1 year older. That's the thing you are forgetting. Don't forget that. This body is never getting younger, is getting, oh, but you say, no. You are not getting older, you are getting better. Yeah, because I am getting better because last year I used to just walk up the staircase very fast, but this year I need somebody to help me. So that's got better because I need 4 legs and 4 hands to climb up. Before I only used 2 legs and 2 hands. And then last year I had my own heart. Now I got 2 heart. 1 heart, plastic heart, and I have my heart. So 2 heart function. So I'm much better, is it not? Than 1 heart. Last year I had 2 lungs, but this year I had only 1 lung and 1 kidney and 1 pig's liver. So I'm much better. So don't be fooled by these words. You are getting older. Swami too. That means we are not afraid of, yogis are not afraid of getting older because there is no old age or because you are immortal. How can immortal think the changes happen can die? So the body is not just yourself, it is made up of ice cream, pizza, bananas. And that will go back into ice cream, pizza, bananas for germs and worms. You are not worried about it. See? So you come to celebrate by knowing this body is illusion, it doesn't exist, but you are using it as an instrument, just like driving a car. For driving in this evolutionary stage, you need a body to evolve, to use that body the right way, not the wrong way. Not jumping, dancing, etc. will bring more pain. It's not that something is wrong when you drink and gamble. Yogi never said drinking is bad, smoking is bad. So they said there's only 2 things, good and good and bad. In yoga there is nothing bad. That's the beauty of yoga. Good and pleasant. You never heard that. Many of them, except some of you heard my lecture before. You thought there's only good and bad in this universe. But Yogi said there is nothing bad. Good and pleasant. What's the difference? Good is good, pleasant is pleasant. Oh, come on, that's not. More. When you are thirsty, who doesn't get thirsty? Show me the hand. Who doesn't get thirsty? So you can drink some water. You can drink the water in a glass. Germ free. Because you don't know the glass who tasted before. Even if you wash it by clean water, I won't touch it. You won't use enough soap to wash it. So if I drink like that, I'm sure that I won't get AIDS. Yes. So, but I want to drink, but water I don't like it. I want champagne. That also quenches your thirst. So that's present. So drinking for thirst you can drink water, and if there is no glass you can use your Therefore, when our young, when you go, we don't have glass or anything, so we can find water anywhere, any stream or anywhere. Just use the hand as the cup. Yes, so you can drink water. If you are rich, then you add little bit sugar, salt, pepper, and some eggs and so forth. Therefore, one of the they said for the hangover for tomorrow morning, many people get hangover. So good night. You have a pleasant night tonight by drinking all those things, and tomorrow morning you are going to have very unpleasant hangover. I don't know what that means, but anyhow, I heard it hangover. I never experienced that, but I can't say what it is. But anyhow, they say hangover means you have a headache and nausea, and you cannot even hear sound, any noise will make them blow up your head. So they already prescribed several medicines for hangover, and one of the medicine is 5 raw eggs and 3 garlics and two cups of what do you call ammonia, not ammonia. What's that? Like ammonia. What is that? We pickle it. What is that?
Vinegar.
Vinegar. That's it. 2 cups of vinegar and all those you put together, and then just mixer. Put in the blender and blend it, and then drink about 5 cups tomorrow morning. That's the best medicine for the hangover. You can't even take 1 drop and they say drink 5 glasses of that. So your hangover is the result of the present life. And tomorrow if you drink that particular recipe, it is very, very painful too. And then the smell of the thing will carry on for till next year. So imagine. Anything which is pleasant will end in pain. That's a law. That's very simple to find out. What is pleasant is going to bring a negative reaction, then it is pleasant, definitely. So here, I'm sure no one is going to have any hangover tomorrow, unless you have gone to some place outside the thought of knowledge. By taking what we give, what do you have for your part? Something?
Oh, we had rice, salad.
No, that's okay. That won't bring any hangover. Well, what are you going to drink midnight?
Oh, water.
Midnight? I want some hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Ice cream and pie.
Okay, ice cream is the word melt the ice cream. I have to drink hot chocolate. Okay. Make some hot chocolate, some cold chocolate. If there is no ice cream is very cheap in the orange. Because you take ice from there and then just put it in the blender and then you make it for ice cream. So that's very cheap. So don't be people like it very good. That's very cheap. I think. So you can see the life we had, that lecture we had, it is not about time. I mean, wasting the time. You know that death is going to come, old age is going to come. We are not going to celebrate New Year or Old Year. The time moves on, what we celebrate or not. Because India is already new. It's a New Year now today. Or still the first no more New Year Eve. So look into that. We know the world is constantly changing. Year 2000, when you come for celebration, I won't be even sitting here. I'd be chair. So look into that. We know the world is constantly changing. Year 2000, when you come for celebration, I won't be even sitting here. I'd be in a wheelchair. If at all I am alive, I'd be sitting in a wheelchair. Yeah, you are going for a bread now. And the New Year is like old year. And the difference between old year and New Year is older is old year, New Year is New Year. And this person is good. The same person. And they had to carry me on a palanquin to bring up here. I won't be able to walk here and all. If we're not alive, by year 2000, they'll be carrying me in a big palanquin. Of course, they'll put a nice velvet and so forth and make like a crown. So, which you prefer, to sit in a palanquin carried by someone, or just with your own legs run up here? Which you prefer? That's called good life. A good us yogis don't have to worry about that reaction of anything. Whatever you did for your senses, for pleasure seeking, smoking, drinking, or anything which is not bad, it is pleasant. But pleasant thing always has to pay price. That's inevitable. And the price is always pain. That's all the price. Pleasure will never bring a painless state. But good will bring you good. So, after hearing all this lecture and meditation, you can go to sleep without having any sleeping pills. And tomorrow you can. That, of course, from Mahadeva doesn't have to worry at all about sleeping. Because before he comes, he takes sleeping pills. And he has got a special brand of sleeping pills. This brand is so valuable, he won't give the secret. Please tell some company, drug company, your secret of the sleeping pills, they'll be so happy. And all the take the recipe from Swami, Kartiganandi. She can just
You should make a battery.
She didn't come today because she has got a very bad cold and flu. So she was bedridden. So anyhow, good always bring you peace of mind. That's all. Pleasant will bring you pain, inevitable. Simple example is scratching. Scratching of skin. That means the sense of touch. And in the beginning, the scratching is very pleasant. And then after some time, don't touch me there, it's burning. Same thing. The king size cigarette will scratch your tongue and throat and lungs also. It's very pleasant when it's scratched with the hot nicotine. So beautiful. And then you get a king size cancer. Yes, you can see a big billboard once I saw when I was driving to California. Very big billboard there. Cowboy with the ropes and big starch and driving the horse, rodeo type of horse. And he's got big cigarette at the bottom. I smoke for pressure. That means then get cancer. That's a very small little by Surgeon General. Surgeon General has determined that cigarette smoking is dangerous to your health. You read that? Who is stupid Surgeon General? If you think it's hazardous or bad, let it not smoke. Why have you tell me about it? Because I smoke for pressure. If you don't believe, just look. That great Winston Churchill, he smoked morning till evening and midnight and mid-morning. He became Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister. Oh, I want to be Prime Minister like him, so I can smoke also. So, don't be fooled by pleasant things. Pleasant things are illusory, just to fool you and get you into this trap. Like the fire is very pleasant for the monk. The monk sees the bonfire you lit. Ooh, so what a wonderful fire, nice and warm and beautiful, and rushes to the fire, only to be burned to crisp or ash. Same thing, all this present life of this universe is just a trap for you to be bring you disaster and pain eventually. So when you do little of these type of things, thinking, you are celebrating, yet you are not celebrating. Because you are celebrating, that's a holiday, and we know that's going to be New Year. For that, like magician's show. But you also know it is a spiritual night for us. You are going to change your life for better than to go down, take merely resolve. As many people say, resolve. So, oh, I don't take any more. One man said, oh, I don't take any more resolve. Why? I took so many times, so many New Year resolve, but nothing, just to waste more than a few minutes. What's the purpose? I don't take any more resolves. But you don't have to take resolves. You do automatically. The purpose of resolve is to train that outgoing senses, the wild senses, which are accustomed to go to this pressure center. You are withdrawing back. That's what. There's no champagne to take your tongue there, smell, and there is no other things to attract the senses here, except my belly, hot belly, or pot belly, or whatever it is. Hot belly or pot belly?
Pot belly.
Not hot belly. Hot belly makes pot belly. There's nothing attracts in that way, even externally, except the talk I am just giving, not to attract your senses or make you pleasant, pleasing, to remind you of this disaster. Don't run toward that fire, it's going to destroy you. That's all it is. So that's called good life. You came, you choose the good path. But the result is very peaceful. Tomorrow morning, none of you will get headache and hangover. If anyone gets headache and hangover with this water, please come to me. I will return your money back. Advertisements of this, 100% money back. You can send it in 8 days, your headache back, and I'll send the money back to you, okay? I won't give immediately, it takes 8 days. If you have headache for next 8-10 days, and send that past 8 days of headache and mail to me, and I'll mail your check by check or money order. Or just send a pleasant thing by calling this number and give your Visa number, master charge, or so do not think that you can buy good. Pleasant things you can buy, but not good. Do you know that? Pleasant things are very costly. Good things are not costly, it's very cheap. If you don't smoke, it is good. Which way it is going to be good? You don't have to go to the doctor. You don't have to sit in the psychiatrist's couch and talk about father and mother. You don't have to worry about brain damage or heart damage. And so the money you save quite a lot. But if you smoke, the smoking costs quite a lot of money. And then waiting the psychiatrist's ward and the doctor's ward and check up the heart checkup and lung checkup and brain checkup and they check up all these things, and then suffering of the cancer, etc. That costs lots of money. Suffering costs lots of money. If you are going to sleep here, as many as we are not going to do now, there is no bed, no pillows. You didn't pay anything, you just sleep on the carpet. And it's good for the back. There's no soft cushions and soft bed to make your back hurt in the early morning. And so when you get up, you can get up nicely and then do. But if it's a pleasant night, when you get up, that hot bed is headache and hangover. You need one type of pranayama, not this pranayama, alternate breathing. And the air is filtered also. Not only it's an ordinary smoke you are getting, but filtered air through that cigarette, that cigarette has got a filter thing. And they say it's good for you because you are getting fresh air through the filter. See how lucky you are. They even put little filter at the end so that you can. And now they've got an additional filter you can put it. It's small with the end. There's a water and this and that. There's so many ingredients. Charcoal and also some water, etc. And put cigarette there. So you get additional fresh air. What more you want? And then you get nice cake and bread. What is that? They have all bleached everything out of it by real bleach they use to bleach that wheat, and then they added 2 vitamins and minerals. That means it costs more now because it has been enriched. So it costs money because the natural things are there. They took it out and then added a little bit more up, and that cost more money. The natural things sufficient to. The wheat, whole wheat contains everything, all the proteins you wanted, all the minerals, even vitamin E, it's good for your heart. Everything contains in the whole wheat. But who wants that whole wheat? You want that white, very pure white, and the bleach, real bleach they use, dyed like white coat. And you got pure starch you got now. And then add a little vitamin N. 100% vitamin you got it, I would say. This particular cereal has got 100% total vitamin, total, because they call it total. Means then you can read this vitamin A 100%, vitamin B 100%, vitamin C 100%, is it at all 100%. You take this cereal, is going to make you. That means you pay more money. That's all it is. It's just, and you believe that. So do not just believe that. Did any monkeys took any vitamins? Did any natural dog took vitamins? Natural cow took any vitamins? Elephants took any vitamins? And elephants eat only just grass and branches. Deer. In the winter time, there are deer also here, not much, but in other places, deer there. You know how they survive? They don't even have the grains, grasses. They eat little bark. Some monkeys live in the cold snow, icy condition in Japan. They live in the mountains. They just get everything from the bark only. That's the only thing they can get it. So nature knows everything to give you, to make you healthy, and instinct will tell you. That's called instinct. It means it is intelligent, but for survival, you don't have the time for intellect to look into that. If you have to use everything your intellect for digestion, a stomach, you digest, and a liver, you do this, your kidneys, you do that, your pancreas, you do that. If you have to do everything consciously, you won't be able to do even one thing, digestion. But the stomach knows exactly what to do, liver knows exactly what to do, kidneys knows exactly what to do. So you call subconscious or instinct. So also, you have this instinct still, where intellect can just be free, but you polluted this instinct by your intellect, developed intellect. So neither we got instinct nor we got intellect. So we are really lost. That's called present life. So present life brought natural instinct is gone. So what yoga trying to train you is to bring you back into the natural state. Instinct to life, instinct to subconscious mind, give to subconscious. You give a good suggestion and then forget it. And then instinct will tell you what to eat and what not to eat. Yes, there are many food you leave it. If your instinct is right, you don't have to know any physiologies, any vitamins, any minerals, exactly what body needs at that particular day, how much vitamins, how much minerals. You choose a food, what is right for it. That's called powerful instinct. So train your instinct in this fashion, and then train the intellect in higher purpose. Like, who am I? Where do I come from? What's the purpose of my life? What's my relationship? The time is real. New Year is here. Old year is gone. This is old year. Use this reasoning. Hey, Swami said, there's no New Year or old year. You won't feel any difference between the old year and tomorrow when you wake up in the new year. You won't find any difference except a little bit more wrinkles and a little more gray hairs. That's all the difference. But nothing changes. So the talk I'm telling you is, do not be fooled by the present life. That is the Maya, which is attract you like the moth towards your destruction. So you came to this yoga camp for yoga vacation and you did your asanas. That's good. Because those people don't do asanas, they'll be sitting in the future, they'll be sitting in wheelchair with nice arthritis, bulky, nice rings there, you can see big knots. And the finger is so tight, it is so powerful, so wonderful. See, I got such a wonderful finger which won't even move. See, that's called progress. See, my finger is very bad. Look at this. It bends. I'm 61. It's not strong. You try to bend your fingers like that? Everyone try, please. Come here, Emma. Come here. How old are you? 27. Now, just say 27, I'm 61. Look at his strong figure. Very strong. Look at it. Nothing bends here, see? Very strong. And you bend my finger? Very weak. I'm sure you being very strong, your finger, because you are eating lots of meat when you were young. Not now you are a vegetarian, isn't it? How many hamburgers you took a day?
I don't know, but I eat lots.
Lots of?
Schnittels.
I don't know what it is. But anyway. And suppose I cut his arteries, finger I can, suppose if I take a portion of artery and then try to bend it, that artery also will be as stiff as his finger, like a steel pipe. Oh my God, you got steel pipe artery. And my artery will be like a hose, like rubber hose. It's nothing. Because to create a steel artery, you have to eat more potatoes, and not potatoes, more hamburgers and more meat and more this and more eggs. Huh? What is it?
It's like a steak.
Steak. Made up of what? Came from where?
As the German things, with ham and beef,
Ham and
roasted,
beef
and egg, and all roasted up.
the ham and cheese, just like a butter and jam.
That's right.
Okay. So you eat more, you will have better artery than ever you can imagine of. It's made of platinum, not even steel. It's going to be like platinum. The artery should be flexible, natural is made, but you made it very hard. Even the heart cannot get enough blood circulation through that occluded arteries. Arteries were flexible and very wide, but now the cholesterol vessels go on occluded, and very little blood goes, and heart starts giving pain. That's called pleasant life. And when you get pain, oh, call doctor, my heart is attacking me. Oh, is it so? Come here. I know what I'm going to do. So he put he put the stethoscope and checked them. Lub. Oh, let me see. I think the heart is really attacking. I can see some wrong sound. So he put in the machine connected, what you call cardiogram. You can see. But. You can see your own heart motion there. Doctor, see? Watch it. Yes. You can see the heart is attacking. And now they give a printout sheet, a tape. The 2 minutes tape shows your heart did not attack you 10 times. Did not attack you. What do you mean by that? Did not work at all. So you cannot attack. So what shall I do, doctor? Don't worry. I got a sharp knife. I'll cut the attacking knife so your heart will not attack you, and I'll give you a monkey heart or a plastic heart. Nowadays they don't. I got recently a video I saw. They don't anymore do the heart transplantation, the artificial heart transplantation, because invariably within few months it brings stroke. They never thought that. They thought if you replace the heart, everything is going to be all right. Kidney failure, brain failure is inevitable, it seems. Why? Because the heart can be put a new heart, but the blood has to go through the artery. But the same heart which cannot get now, you put a new heart, but the same blood has to flow through that heart arteries. So when it reaches the brain, the powerful mechanical heart literally burst open the arteries of the brain. So if the brain stroke inevitably within 8-10 months, so they stop these artificial. And so also when it reaches the kidneys, because kidneys about 3 times the pressure of the kidneys must be maintained all the time when there is more poison, more urine, but more excretion necessary. So the blood pressure is kept always high, very high, and that when you put the artificial heart, it is maintained the heart beyond its normal range of the kidneys, which has been already destroyed by blood, by flow of the blood and so on. So kidney failure, and now they said this heart transplantation is not only bad for the body and brain, but also for your pulse. They said it's not, many doctors say it is so damaging, not only for the kidneys, for the pulse also. And so they invested money quite a lot in the hospitals. One of the hospitals, St. Louis Hospital, a famous hospital, where the heart transplantation every day. They cannot, but still they make money out of it, quite a lot. Without that, and many hospitals now, each hospital wants to make more money, and so they compete with the hospital from one hospital, and so they try to bribe a doctor from the another hospital, come here and I'll give the better salary and the bigger salary, so you come here and be. So they're snatching doctors, and then those hospitals who cannot snatch, they just learn in 2 days by watching some television, and they become also great doctors of heart transplantation. So many things are going on crooked. I know they broadcasted that. So do not just believe they are going to give you new heart. They are only going to give you some killer heart. So conclusion is no conclusion. New Year is not going to come. The New Year, your heart is worse than old year. Your heart in 1976 when you celebrated is much better than the heart you are going to celebrate in 1989. And your face was much younger in 1976 you celebrated the old year than 1989 celebration. Your purse was much leaner in 1976, but your purse is very strong now because you earned lots of money through investment. But what? But what? The medical insurance has gone up. And your suffering has gone up. And the doctors are looking the best patient who can pay the best payment. So your purse is getting thinner and suffering is going up. All these are not new to you. Why I am saying this? Coca-Cola did not advertise anymore. They no one will buy Coca-Cola. So if I don't advertise this pleasant life and the good life, you will forget it. That's called satsang. The purpose of coming to yoga camp, not merely for doing some asanas, to remind this man, use your reasoning. God has given you intelligence. You can be a doctor, you can be a PhD, but that's not going to make your heart better because you got a PhD degree or a doctor's MD degree. It's not going to be a better heart because a MD degree is not going to make your heart or liver function better. You also drink the same food, eat same drink, drink the same wine. So what difference is there? So think, use the reason the right way. It's called good thinking, positive thinking. Now, I'll tell you 2 stories in conclusion. I'm sure. Let me see how many people know that story. What's the story? What's the story? Anyone please remember? What story I'm going to
The
tell?
lion story. The lion, the hunter.
So many stories you heard.
The hunter is coming home and then.
Well, the story you heard. But again, I'm going to tell. Not everybody, but some of you. And some of you heard, they must have forgotten. And some of you forgotten, a vague remembrance is there when I say. But third time, fourth time when you hear, you start thinking about it. Hey, what did Swami say? That was something. And those who didn't hear before, oh, maybe that is true. That I don't know. And others, those who heard 100 times, I heard it 100 times. So what? So anyhow, to all types of people, I'm going to tell the story. The story is about a hunter who went for hunting. After chasing animals, dogs and cats and tigers and wolves and everything. He was tired, it's midnight, very hot, thick jungle. So he anyhow, it's a time for rest. Animals also need some rest, they'll have some peace. So he just put his bow and arrow nearby and opened his lunchbox, which is made by his wife, freshly made, with the beef and the ham sandwich also. Especially beef and ham, and then we took a couple of rats and and little bit rattlesnake this thing, and very tasty they made. And he opened his lunchbox. But just before he can about bite the first bite, nearby there is a bush not far away, and there was a hungry lion waiting for his lunch. He is looking at this man. He smells very nice, but he's healthy, bulky muscles, beautiful chin, nice moustache. He could be a very nice meal for me and my family. That's not only the clients, there are family people, social family. So if they kill, the others come and or join. So they are, all others are waiting. Because mostly mother lioness hunt, and the men and the children wait for the food to be delivered. So the lioness about to attack, he heard, oh my God, this lion is going to kill me. But there's no time to take any defense in any way. But thank God there was a well nearby, an old type of it, not the tube well, this type of well, with the farmers used to. Still there, so wells are like that, put a rope. If he's sitting near that abandoned well, one defense is, if I could just jump into the water, into the well, I can escape from the lion's mouth. So he's about to climb over and then jump into that. But as you look, there is no water. It's quite deep, but there's no water. It's dry. Not only dry, there is a python lying there hungry. He's looking for some, because he fell into that and he's waiting for something to come down to make his meal. He saw this man is just about to jump. He was very happy. Come, I'm waiting for you. And he looked, the lioness is coming up that way, and the python is looking down. Now he has got only choice. What is choice? Either to be food for the lion or food for the python. I think lion is better, is not because he's going to just one catch and you're finished. The python is going to wind you and slowly choke you. So he was analyzing, but there's no time even to analyze, because he cannot think now where to wait for whom, which one. But anyhow, for a moment he saw some vine or creeper hanging from the wall. So he neither, if I hang in between the wall or the well and hold them, I will be able to save from the python's mouth because he can't reach me, and the lion cannot reach from the top. He's very intelligent. He called him and was hanging in the middle of the well, and the lion is looking from the top, and the python is looking from the bottom, and he is hanging in between. He is very happy at least now. For the time being, I am safe. But after some time, he felt still hungry. He didn't start his lunch. Now, where do you get his lunch? It is between this wall. The lion is still there. The python is there down. But to his luck, he found nearby there was a beehive full of honeybees and honey and honeycomb. Ah, see, God is very merciful to me. So he just used one hand and pulled the honey. And he was slowly squeezing that comb in his mouth with one hand. One hand is still hanging. As they were about to enjoy the honey, there were 2 rats in that walls. Besides, it is their friend, their wine is hanging. The wine is just moving. It's not the same way as before. Someone is disturbing their peace of their home. So they just came and investigated. They found that something is hanging and this wine is being very tight. It is disturbing their hole and their. So one rat, white rat, started cutting the wine a little bit, just to remove from the path. And then came the black rat. He's cutting from the other side. So they're busy cutting the wine. And the man saw me. This white rat and black rats are going on cutting alternately. And they almost finished half. But oh, that's only half finished. Still I have time. So he was drinking the honey. And honeybees were very angry because they came to hunt their honey. So they start stinging him all over, thousands of them. And he's trying to drive them away one hand and bringing honey and then driving second hand that way, just still one hand at hole, and then driving them. And the rats are cutting busily, and the lion is still looking, and the never left, and the python is still looking. You all think that man must be stupid, is it not? Is it not? He never cared about that cutting. He would have driven away the and not to make that wild honeybee angry and get his stung at more. Even if he's not drinking his honey now, they are stinging him all around. And the python knows he's going to come one day. And I wait patiently. And the tiger knows if you don't go down, he'll come up. I can make you my meal. But he didn't care neither the top lion, who is the bottom python, nor stinging bees, nor the cutting rats. He is only interested in drinking their honey. You all think he must be very stupid. This story is not about the hunter. This story illustrates our life also. We are like that man. That lion, which is a lion? Lion represents old age. Old age chasing you. Look at see my hair. I never had one black gray hair. Now I don't have one black hair. And every day the old age is chasing. That's a lion. And the python is the death waiting. For one day, it doesn't matter. And the rats are black rat and white rat represents the time. White rat represents the day. 31st eve, 31st day is gone. The white rat finishes cutting. Now night rat is going to cut. Even while you are going to celebrate the new year, still the black rat starts at the time. The day and night, the 2 rats are cutting your lifetime. Doesn't matter whether it's in January, February, New Year, Old Year, Christmas, birthday, it never stops cutting. The time moves on cutting. And the honeybee represents the problems of our life. Taxpayers' problems, and now tax sheets you have to file, and income tax. IRS tax and this tax, and you have to pay for these things, and you have to pay for insurance and terrorist insurance, and they say buy the fire insurance, and fire insurance will be less if you just buy fire insurance, then your premium will go down. Otherwise, so they said, if you want to reduce the fire insurance premium, you buy water spoil insurance. The water insurance, if you buy, then you can get reduced rate. Automatic. So you put a bigger amount to put an automatic sprinkler system, so that fire insurance went down because they saw the beautiful. And then comes another insurance man. You put a water insurance. Suppose you got many valuables and books and the records, etc. That water is going to damage all those things. So you buy a water spoiling insurance. Before it was only $100 in the fire insurance, and they reduced $80, and then you put a new sprinkler system. Now you are paying premium $200 because water damage. See, they reduced $80, then you have to pay $200. See what? There is constantly you are struggling with the life problems. And then if you are a child, you have to struggle going to nursery school, and if you are a college student, you have to go to college and then get first mark and Olympic champion, you become an Olympic champion. If not, the other children will say, hey, what a fool you are not able to get a gold medal. Oh yes, I am going to get gold medal next time. So you just got some hormones and what do you call the steroids,
Steroids.
not steroids, not steroids. Okay, so you took, and then you got a gold medal. Next day found out, oh my God, and it actually happened. A Canadian champion, gold medal, runner or swimmer,
100 meters
runner, and he just Canada was wild when the Canada got their gold medal in the Korean everything. And the next day they found out that he is taking steroid, and then was disqualified. And he came, and he doesn't want to talk to him. You can see the televisions are all not glorifying. Oh my God, he is a culprit now. And another friend said that, oh, I am so humiliated. She never even went there, but his own countryman who got gold medal, she was happy, but he didn't get it. She's unhappy too. And just examples, back pay, then insurance gone, life insurance, death insurance, and health insurance, and this insurance, that insurance. And study, finish the study, get old age, and then sit in the wheelchair, go to dentist, go to nursery, go to this and go to that, go to that doctor, go to this doctor. I know, so right now, a doctor for right nostril, a doctor for left nostril specialist, doctor for right ear, a doctor for left ear, another doctor for left ear, another just for the nose, another for the face little, face down. Constantly you are bombarded with so many problems, you all know. They saw the bees stinging from morning till evening. And with all the thing, still you want to enjoy little pleasure, not the good, the pleasant. You want to drink little more champagne and little bit more dance at midnight. Or just go to 5-star hotel and sit and put on your new mink coat and a new hat. Everyone can see you. And of course you put on a false diamond ring and costume jewelry. For people never can say what it is. It happened when I was last time in Taiwan for the conference. A very big movie star came and for the function of the opening, and the shine is very beautiful, and she was wearing only one beautiful jewelry with a very shining piece of jewelry. Then that function of the thousands of photographers, the movie, she's a very famous movie star, They came to photograph and they want to take photograph with me, and then the right side photograph, and they take left side and take left side photograph, this and that. And then after a few days, she made an appointment to see me privately. And she came with not a flashy dress, she came and asked some questions. Then in my conversation, she was not wearing that beautiful jewelry. Then I said, certain point I was explaining to her, that jewelry you are wearing, it's the beautiful, it's rubies, it's a green one, what do you call it, green? Emerald. That emerald, these things, they're so beautiful. And yet, that is not going to make you happy, I told her. Then she admitted, oh, that's not real emerald, it's just a fake emperor. But you don't know. No one, everyone thought the real emperor in that whole group, you know. But she admitted to me, Swami, that's not real emperor, this is a fake emperor. Fake jewelry. You have to wear that to keep that status. And people will be illusioned by that status. Don't be fooled also by this beauty, advertisements, etc. These movie stars, they also have the same suffering what you are going to have. They can have money in the bank, but the money is not going to remove their pain. And that looking for emerald and champagne parties and this party, that party, is just like running after the honey. But think of that, death is chasing you to land. And the death is waiting to fight at the bottom. And the day and night is cutting your lifespan. The wine you are hanging is your lifespan of 100 years. And one more year, 1988, that portion is cut off from your lifespan. It will never come back. So you are not celebrating. Your wine is getting thinner. So also, wine I am hanging is getting thinner and thinner. Much thinner than 61 years. The rats were cutting. Quite a lot gone. Only very little left now to cut. There's not much for them to cut it. And that can happen any moment. Even one small stroke in my brain, finish. Or just a little fall while walking down the staircase. If someone is no one there to catch me, and I will fall down and I finish. I break my skull and die. Anything can happen. No one knows when that moment is going to take place. So, if you know that there is no future for you except death is waiting, but you can reach the immortal state now, this very moment. There is nothing to fear of death, not the time, not space, not the lion, not the old age. This fear is caused by identifying with this body. So that is the story. So identify with the Atman, the self, the God, which is immortal, which is neither born nor die, and that's the what. That's the philosophy yoga gives. The strength, the power. You are not afraid of anything. Hydrogen, atom bombs, World War III, World War II, nothing will shake you. You are immortal. But if you are running after the little diamond and ruby and the silk cloth and the mink coat and the hair dress and makeup, you are going to be terrified of death. That's why the fear of death comes. See, yogi is no fear. This is not just mere an illusion, this fearless state. It's not some bravado or some kind of illusion. It's real. That just like you feel the body is real, you feel that soul is immortal, the fear will just disappear altogether when you identify with the Atman and meditate regularly and practice other things. So escape time and all the cause which creates birth and death. That's your desires, transcend desires, you can transcend all problems. And the desires will vanish only when you know that one thing you are looking, that the desirable state, that Atman, the self, the God, which you have actually forgotten and taking this body as real. So that's the philosophy, that's the story about that. The second story, I'm sure this much I heard by everybody. This is about 4 letters. 4 letters? Yeah, 4 letters. These 4 letters, if you didn't get it already, you will get it soon. Today, tomorrow, sometime. Why this letter is so important? With that I will conclude. The time 12 o'clock? 10 o'clock. Oh my God. Okay. Well, yoga camp time is turn it back. We'll turn it back. Okay. With the story, then we'll celebrate the new year. Okay. Then really celebrate. If you didn't get the letter, you are going to get it in 89 or 90 or 91. A man just slowly became richer and bigger. And they made lots of money. And one day, suddenly he had a pneumonia, dying, and suddenly he saw death coming. Indian mythology, death is described as the attendance of the death. Yama is the death itself, very powerful figure. And he's got attendants. He sent attendants to everywhere to pluck people's life and bring it here. Bad people come and bring it up. And he'll send to Chitragupta. He's the man in the computer. It's like you got all the Christianity, but that same man who keeps the record. Saint Peter. So Chitragupta is the man who keeps the records of all your karma. And so attendants go and bring each person every day, so many. And Chitragupta puts up, oh, very bad, sent to that hell, sent to this hell. Like the jail punishment, you go 10 years, you go 5 years, you go to a USB case, send him to electric chair, something hanging. So that's what he's sending him this way. So the man terrified this rich man. He cried, "Who are you?" And the attendants of the death comes in. Again, mythology, but don't believe it. Mythology. No, just tell the stories, just like this. And he comes in a black buffalo. That's how he rides. It's in the attendants of the food. And this black buffalo and this great powerful man sitting on the top with the teeth in front and with the nose in his hand. This nose is meant to pull the astral body from the physical body and then take it away. That body, physical body goes here, but you take your astral body, contains all your senses. Again, mythology controls it. Children, don't try to get children. No such thing. Anyhow, he just pulled, and the man was frightening. And who are you? I am the attendant of the death. What for? You are a bad man. I'm going to take you to Chitragupta and he's going to punish you. Ooh. But why are you doing without giving any notice? My first child just gone to high school and he has to go to, I didn't have time to send him to college. And the second child is just gone to nursery school. And then my first daughter is about to marry. And I'm just preparing all the marriage. And you never give me any notice. I can't do all these things. Now you are taking away, suddenly my daughter won't be married. My child won't get the higher education. So please give me some time. And so I'll prepare, I'll do all this work and then I'll prepare for you. So when you come, I'll be ready to come with you. So be patient and give me some time. He begged. All right, I'll give you time. But next time when I come, I won't give you any. Be prepared. I will do, I'll prepare. I'll do, or my marriage will be done, my child and daughter, children will be well established, their business will go okay, I'll come. And so suddenly, the death of the attendant death is gone, the buffalo gone, and he became suddenly, fever is gone, his pneumonia is gone, and he saw doctors were putting various antibiotics and injection. He saw the doctor in the white clothes and the beautiful nurses, and suddenly saw his wife and children. I had a nightmare. Thank you, doctor, for saving my life. He thanked and prayed lots of money for everybody. And then next morning, he just got up and ate his breakfast. And he looks, walking is not so good. Little arthritis. But he was pretend, so he used a gold cane, but a gold cane to walk. I don't use gold cane, I just use somebody today who just, Gopalkrishna just pulled me up. But using someone's hand, some people think that I am very old. So I put a gold cane, just gentlemen, like an English gentleman, they always carry an umbrella and stick, the big mustache and whenever it's gold cane. Though limping, but still, occasionally I'm just leaning. But no one see that. Oh, look at the gold cane. Then after some time, he looked at the hair. He was combing in the mirror. He saw few grey hairs. So he pulled out that. But next day he came and looked, more grey hairs. Oh my God, I can't pull all my hairs. So he got some black charcoal or some dyes. And put all the dyes. Most of them gone, all of them gone, a little bit gone. And now he's happy, everyone. Look at the black hair, get a jet black hair. Cane and black hair. And then he was walking a little bit next day. things are not so clear, blurred. Went to the doctor, prescribed a glass with the gold rims. Oh, beautiful. What type of ring? Gold. Now he has got gold rims. And then suddenly he could not hear. What? What? So he is a hearing aid, belt-on hearing aid. No back noise. So he best hearing. Of course you can't even see it. It's so tiny. It's hiding there. Now he can hear every word. And then teeth are gone. He can't chew properly. So don't worry, got a beautiful, nice teeth I'll give you. Then what do you call it? Denture. White denture, has fresh new teeth, and he doesn't have to brush. He has to put at night before he goes to sleep in the glass of water, special liquid. And in the early morning, all the dust is gone. Just put it back, smiling again. So he's enjoying his life now, and that's. But only 1 or 2 jobs finished. Maybe daughter is married, and still the first child has come to nursery school to high school. Suddenly he saw the same death appeared, that instant death. And he put the nose and pulled in the astral body. Hey, I remember you came last time. You told me you are going to send some letter. And you're going to, I wait for a letter. You never sent that letter. I never got it. So I had not finished my work. Still I had to do lots of work. My daughter had to do, this child had to go to school. Oh, no. Don't be fooled. I sent not 1 letter, I sent 4 letters. My God, the Canada, they got always put a strike, you know. I didn't get 1 letter because the Canadian post office is so bad. They never had, always strike, you know. Suddenly, I was not given, it was not delivered. Please, wait some more time until I get your letter properly. Next time, make sure you register with the insurance, okay? But no, you are fooling. You received it, not only I sent it, I know you got it. How do you know that? I can never have you seen anywhere. Yes, I sent registered. But show me the receipt. The man argued. He's also a lawyer too. Okay. First, I said you some arthritis, you couldn't walk. And what you did, you just bought a new cane and start showing everyone how great new cane you are, walking like a gentleman. Second, I sent you second letter. I said you that you could not see. Put a gold ring glass you start wearing. Third, I said the grey hair. Immediately you said, oh, you bought the best dyes. What do you call that one dye? Grecian Pharma, that's right. Then they advertise you Grecian Pharma applied most of it or all of it or some of it, anything you want, and you took off all of it. And like President Reagan, get black. Yes. Now everyone can see that you get younger and younger, and you put on all face powders and cover all the wrinkles. Then I said 4th letter, I took all your teeth away, so then you put a new denture and again pretend to everybody. See how young and beautiful I am? Now I won't give you any more time. Your time is over. You have to come with me. So took him away. Yeah. It's a story, mythological story. Just for, but it's all to have some facts. It's not happening to all of us. We are getting letters. I already got 2 letters, or 3 letters already. The first grey hair. My eyesights are not so keen as before, and my legs are. I'm still need some Gopalkrishna or somebody to, Karti, and without that I can't move and so 3 letters I got. One more letter I did not get is the denture. Still my teeth are good except the broken teeth. They put a fill up or a bridge and so forth. So only one more. I'm waiting for the last letter, 4th letter. Don't make it. It's merely a story. In 1989, you get more letters. If you didn't get all the 4 letters, at least 1 letter, then the other letters will be following. And many of you have forgotten that. Do not forget the story. It's true. Each one is to remind you that you are not getting younger. 89 is not going to make you any more happier than 88. You may have a little extra money in the bank or a stock market value go up, but none of this will stop you from getting all these letters. You can cover up this by getting a cane or a teeth or a glasses. That's what cover up. But the reality is, doesn't matter what position you get, whether you be elected president or a congressman, millionaire you are going to be tomorrow, but these letters will come to you. But don't hide it. Think about it. Reason it. That's the purpose of this new year. So you are not going to merely take a resolve. You are going to discipline your life according to your capacity, and do something so that you won't be fooled by this and forget all these letters coming up. Never think that you are getting inward. Yes, this matter, even if you prolong your life with all the rejuvenation and other methods, still you will die. Even Jesus will die. If he did not die on the cross, even he will die naturally like any other old man. That's a fact. So king, queen, royalties, prince, millionaire, billionaires, saints, sinners, swamis, yogis, we all one day going to face this stuff. Are you prepared? If you are a true yogi, you are prepared. There's no fear. So you practice daily pranayama and asana, and you bring the energy up. When the death comes, you do the same thing. Take up the energy consciously. If you can't hold the hand because the hand is very little weak, if you cannot sit up, lying position, you can do the same thing. Because mind then controls the prana. You learn how to control the prana by mind. Before you need all the hands and all the techniques. But it becomes a habit for you. So you don't need hands, you don't need any techniques except the technique of concentrating on the prana and the channels and bring it up and then live consciously like a hero, like a champion. That is the New Year message. Now we celebrate the New Year. The Santa Claus coming to that? Santa Claus is over. Okay. Now put the lights out. We are a little late celebrating this year, the New Year. But the time is no time.